Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to another one of my reaction videos. So, today I'm going to be reacting to the new Death Battle, which came out, like, about half a week ago, which is Ghost Rider versus Lobo. Now, of course, I'm late. I know that if you guys follow my channel, you know that I've said that I was going to be late with this one because I just got back from camp. It was a great time, but I was so excited to react to this one because I love both Ghost Rider and Lobo. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything about them, but I still like them quite a bit. Also, I apologize if this reaction is a little weird. I got a new phone, and that's what I used to react to the last Death Battle, Aang versus Edward, but there were some weird things that happened, so I am going to try to fix them, and maybe try out some other stuff, so I apologize if this reaction looks a little weird. I'm just trying to try some stuff out, or if it sounds weird or anything like that. Regardless, let's talk about this fight. So I'm not going to go over it too much, because I do want to get into watching it. Basically, in my prediction, I said that I thought that Ghost Rider was going to win, and ultimately, I still feel that way, but I'm not 100% sure. The way I see it, both of these characters are able to die, but not very easily. Like, Ghost Rider's able to be killed, you know, through holy weapons, which I don't believe Lobo has. I could be wrong about that, but I don't believe he has any holy weapons. And Lobo cannot be sent to either heaven or hell because he was banned from both of them. Apparently, there was this thing about Ghost Rider being like the Lord of Hell, so he might be able to like undo that. I'm gonna roll with the idea though that that's not the case, because I feel like that's kind of a cop out, unless like, you know, Death Battle proves like really extensively like that is the case, but they might not do that at all. They probably won't. Regardless though, you know, he can't be sent to heaven or hell. He can't be sent to the afterlife. The thing is though, with Ghost Rider's Hellfire, which burns the souls of its victims, and like the penance stare, I don't believe it provides an afterlife. So I think that that is a way that Ghost Rider could kill Lobo theoretically. There is also this thing about what was I going to say? I think I was going to bring up another point that I already said. Regardless though, you know, if one of these characters is going to die, I think it's going to be Lobo. But I can't say for certain because, you know, I don't know everything about these characters. So that's really the biggest reason why I think Ghost Rider is going to win. You know, I know these characters are also ridiculously powerful too, so I don't really think there's any huge outclassment in terms of the physical categories or anything like that. Regardless, those are my thoughts. Yeah, let's just get right into it.
23andMe, it can tell you all about your
so I'm gonna zoom it in on full.
Health, and traits.
I guess I'll keep my box right over there. I hope you guys can see everything. I'm not 100% sure if you can. Regardless, this is what I'm gonna do for this time, just to see how it works. And I'm going to like change things around accordingly next time, you know, if it doesn't really work out. I also hope you guys can hear the audio okay, because I know last time it was really rather loud, so you couldn't really hear it. Maybe if I just turn it up. I turned it up a little bit. I don't know if it made any difference or anything. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I really hope so. Oh, sorry about that. I thought I muted notifications. Okay, I'm sorry if it pops up later.
Justice, vengeance, or the thrill of the kill, bounty hunting isn't for the faint of heart.
Exactly.
Especially when your usual targets are superheroes. The
Correct.
Ghost Rider, Marvel's relentless spirit of vengeance.
I also hope Ghost Rider
Lobo,
wins.
The space-hogging main man of DC Comics.
I like Ghost Rider a little bit more than Lobo.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
but Lobo's
to find
still
out
a badass,
who would win
like,
a death battle.
Of course I like him. Okay, that looks cool, the fight.
Even at a young age, Johnny Blaze lived life on the edge. Son to the accomplished cyclist Barton Blaze, he was sadly witness to his father's death in a stunt gone wrong.
I don't even think I knew that.
He got adopted by another stuntman, Crash Simpson. It's no surprise that Johnny became a stunt performer himself
so now I can't
until
even see
Crash's
everything.
wife died in a stunt gone wrong.
Only now, apparently,
Hates Daredevil, he wants that name. Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna shrink it back, just so I can see everything, and so you guys can see everything.
Damn, even I don't have parent issues this bad.
Completely devastated, Johnny refused to let Crash die. Willing to risk it all, he turned to the one person who could
Crash
fix
died, okay.
everything.
Everyone's favorite problem solver, Satan.
Of course.
This was Mephistopheles, one of the many lords of hell
Mephisto,
who happened to have a special interest in Johnny's family line.
Mephisto.
To save Crash's life, he cut a deal with the devil, curing the cancer at the cost of selling his soul. The deal succeeded, and Crash was healed, but then he died in, well, a stunt gone wrong.
Of course he did.
He's a stuntman whose name is Crash.
It was bound to happen, right?
And after all that, Johnny got stuck with being Mephisto's bitch for eternity.
As they do call him Mephisto,
even sandwiched him together with a demonic spirit of vengeance named Zarathos.
Yes.
Zarathos. Ask your doctor if
no,
it's
not
right for you.
no,
or
no,
your
no.
exorcist.
Whooping
Long ago, Zarathos was a powerful demon who threatened Mephisto's realm. Eventually, Mephisto
so he's got to be
defeated
pretty
him,
powerful.
forcing him into eternal
Mephisto was like
and with
ridiculous.
their power combined, Johnny and Zarathos roamed the world, punishing the wicked as the embodiment of a death metal album cover, The Ghost Rider.
Hell yeah. I haven't seen those movies, but I've heard they're terrible.
Terrifying.
Especially the second
his
one.
visage instills fear unto many.
What? No, Ghost Rider looks awesome. I'm talking about Nick Cage.
Yeah. Again, I haven't seen those, and I don't really plan on seeing
as
them.
the Ghost Rider, he became one of the universe's
and if you like those
threats.
movies, then that's
He
great.
has superhuman strength and speed, and his skeletal
How
body
much,
can
though?
regenerate from practically any amount of damage.
And if Blaze's last name wasn't obvious enough, he can shoot fire. Oh, but not just any fire.
Hellfire.
Hellfire.
Yeah.
The best kind of fire.
The kind
I'd
that's
have to agree.
infused with magic that burns not just your flesh, but bypasses conventional defenses to attack your
Soul.
very soul.
Yep.
He can throw fireballs, raise walls of
And I
flame,
wanna say
rain
that
fire
could
from the sky,
affect
and even
Lobo in a
conjure
deadly
weapons and
way.
objects out of thin air, such as a demonic shotgun and an infinite stream of chains.
And his badass ride, the Hell Cycle.
But how many different
this
weapons
baby
can
look
pull out? Is it
however
like any
Johnny
of them?
wants, but he usually summons it as a panhead chopper. It can respond to Johnny's thoughts, scale walls, and even outrace Thor's hammer Mjolnir.
The same hammer that crossed a galaxy and back in a single minute.
You know, I lit my chopper
That
on
was like
fire once.
hundreds of thousands of times the speed of light.
Well, oh yeah, up until the fire. Rest in peace, Roadhog. At least you went out in a blaze of glory.
Wiz is just
like
standing there
Bon Jovi
awkwardly.
said.
That's great.
But while his hellfire and chains are vicious weapons in their own right, they're often used to ensnare the Ghost Rider's victims as he goes in for a truly diabolical
Penance
kill.
stare.
Or should I say, a penance.
The penance stare is basically Hell's timeout corner of pain. Ghost Rider isn't angry, he's just disappointed, and he wants you to think about what you've done, and it to hurt. A lot.
Under the penance stare, the Ghost Rider forces you to relive all the pain and misery you've inflicted on others throughout your entire life. No indiscretion, no matter how minor, is safe from the Ghost Rider's gaze.
Got it. Although I do believe some people have
resisted
resisted it before. Maybe Lobo counts? I think that's actually what I wanted to bring up before. I forgot to.
Not literally, but you would experience the anger, humiliation, and the butt cramps.
So, basically eternal damnation. Got it.
But should your sins be so numerous and terrible, the penance stare could even obliterate your soul, leaving you in empty husks.
Could happen to Lobo, could it not?
Work on everybody, though. You might survive if you're blind, don't have a soul, draw power from pain, or if you're a weirdo like Thanos who gets off on that shit. Still, Ghost Rider's crap bag of hell powers let him tear up some of the biggest assholes in the world. And even some of the good guys like Hulk, Thor, and Doctor Strange.
Really?
He's quick enough to dodge bullets or even outright catch them in his teeth. He's powerful enough to create massive eruptions, blow up mountains, and even tear down a skyscraper. The average skyscraper weighs over 200,000 tons. That's the same weight as 1,100 blue whales.
It's a lot about
or one ex-wife. I'm gonna write that on her next alimony check.
And given his hellish heritage, he's rather difficult to kill.
Bullets, poison, fire, he survived it all. Even a beatdown from World War Hulk just got him even more pissed and extra
because he can't die unless a holy weapon, right?
Remember Zarathos? Johnny Blaze isn't simply a host for the demon, but a limiter for his full power. Throughout his life as the Rider, Johnny has constantly battled Zarathos in the mind, barely holding on to some semblance of sanity. Should his will to resist the demon falter, Zarathos can take full control, and all hell breaks loose. Not literally, but pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, and plot twist, Zarathos was never actually a demon at all, but an angel of justice. Fire skull head and everything. When he's unleashed, he becomes so powerful, even Doctor Strange wets his robes. And this is the guy who pops supernovas like Pez.
Yeah.
While Zarathos was bonded to another host, they even managed to defeat Mephisto in his own realm. For reference, Mephisto once battled Galactus, devourer of worlds. Stars detonated, galaxies trembled, and the entire universe was at risk, simply as a byproduct of their battle.
Yeah.
And if Zarathos wasn't terrifying enough, he likes to eat souls.
This is with another host,
of course,
right?
the Ghost Rider isn't invincible. Johnny is technically vulnerable as an ordinary human being. Even while transformed, the Rider can be killed via holy weaponry.
But Johnny's doing alright, sitting pretty on Mephisto's throne. I guess things worked out okay for him, even if he's not too keen on being the devil's bounty hunter.
So let this be a warning. Should you ever hear the rumble of a motorcycle in the distance and the glow...
Oh, dang it. Hang on, give me a sec.
Glow of an ethereal flame on the horizon, count your
getting all these
sins,
ads.
because the Ghost Rider is coming. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Yes.
Sorry, all out of mercy.
That does look pretty cool, though. But I'm still not going to watch the movie.
Let's turn the clocks back to a distant era of sin and debauchery.
The 1990s.
Inspired by the financial success of Watchmen and The Dark Knight Returns, comic writers started churning out grim and gritty superheroes by the dozen, like Cable, Azrael, and Overkill.
Yeah, they were badass.
I know Cable and Azrael. I'm not sure I know Overkill.
But I mean, what's even happening here?
Yeah, I know, right?
So absurd
that picture always
needed to knock these roided out
me.
monstrosities down a peg.
The world needed a hero. No.
A hero?
A parody.
Enter the planet Zarnia,
That's more like
once the brightest beacon of peace and happiness in the universe, until its inhabitants were annihilated by a biological catastrophe,
by Lobo.
leaving only one survivor.
Oh.
Last son of Zarnia, Lobo.
Okay.
The one that killed all the rest of them.
Oh,
the guy
so he's
whose name literally translates in Sarnian to "He who devours your entrails and thoroughly enjoys it."
I think I knew that, yeah.
What?
I don't really remember until I hear it.
Why wasn't I named that?
Lobo is
it
so
said likes dolphins a lot
unimaginably
at the
evil
bottom.
that his birth caused the midwife who delivered him to go insane. The first
I think I knew
Zarnian
that
to
too,
do so
actually.
in 10,000
These
years.
random facts about
Some
Lobo.
even think that Zarnia was so perfect and good, the universe made Lobo to balance things out. Hey, didn't you say the same thing about me when we first met, Wiz?
That I did. Simply put,
Of
Lobo
course.
was unique and desired to be even more so. Thus, he ensured he was the only Zarnian alive in the universe.
Yeah.
I fragged the rest of the planet for my high school science project. Gave myself an A.
Yeah,
good for
he's
you, Lobo.
definitely insanely awesome.
Lobo left the desecrated corpse of his
Boomstick
former
really
home
likes
to
this
become a bounty
episode,
hunter,
I'm sure.
probably because it's the only profession that legally allows him to murder.
Don't worry, he'll murder you illegally too. Lobo doesn't discriminate. He even has a special gender-neutral insult in the name of my next motorcycle, Bastitch.
My
Bastitch.
Fragging bastard.
Anyway,
Nice.
Lobo's
I'm
bagged
sure he'll
some
say that in
pretty
the
crazy
fight.
bounties across the
If
universe,
they have, like, voice
including
actors.
Santa Claus, two near omnipotent dwarf gods, and even things that don't exist. Apparently.
And Lobo's Zarnian physiology is just as absurd to match. He possesses godlike strength, speed, and invulnerability.
Yeah.
So much so that he can tear through
Like,
hordes of
on par
superheroes
with
like
Justice
nothing.
League.
Should he somehow suffer
Superman.
damage,
Maybe
he also
Batman.
has an impressive healing factor.
He's like if Superman and Deadpool had a baby, which is a lot more
But
terrifying
I
when
don't
you
think
say
he
it
can
out
protect
loud.
his soul.
Did somebody say Deadpool?
Go away!
No, not you again. Oh,
There. He's gone.
jeez.
Wow! I didn't think you had it in you.
He just cracked the screen, not
honey,
even with his
that's
other
not true.
arm.
Haven't you heard?
Oh.
No one's ever really gone. See you later.
Okay, are
I
you...
swear to God I'll kill him someday.
Good luck with that.
You had the replacement plan on that TV, right?
Back on topic, Lobo can regenerate from a
I
single
hope
drop
Deadpool's
of blood,
gone.
and each one he sheds will actually grow into a completely new Lobo.
Yeah,
No, I'm not making that up.
yeah,
No
apparently
wonder there
that's a
wasn't any
thing.
war on Zarnia. Nobody can kill these friggin' Bestitches.
It helps that he's also a super genius who knows well over 17,000 languages.
That's
he can
impressive.
perform complex physics equations in his head quickly enough to catch the Flash, and can build
Wow.
planet-destroying weaponry out of garbage.
His brain is no joke. He can resist mind control because he's too ornery.
Mind
and he's got
control.
so much willpower, he can literally walk through Green Lantern constructs. You know,
Wow.
those things powered by willpower.
Oh my god.
And befitting his occupation, Lobo is a master sharpshooter, tracker, and can, by his own admission, deduce the weak
Wow.
points in any opponent.
Like how my shotgun leg jams if
So
booze
he can
gets in
know
it.
that
I
he's
would have
weak
gone with
to
your crippling alcoholism, but
weapons.
sure, that too. Lobo may be a powerhouse on his own, but he also comes equipped with guns, knives, swords, grenades,
Oh,
and a
sorry
bomb
about
that
that.
he sent back in time, which accidentally killed the dinosaurs. Whoops.
His favorite is his
Okay.
enormous hooked chain. But when his job takes him across the universe, he hops on his Space Hog, a customized Spaz Frag 666, which has automatic machine guns, responds to his whistle, can fly fast enough to escape black holes, and blast. Born to be wild. Wait. How can he sing in the vacuum of space?
Don't question it.
That's where you're drawing the line? Not the time he, say, pulled the alien entity Solaris out of the sky, which is as heavy as a star, despite lacking leverage?
I like how he even admits that didn't make any sense.
I don't do logical.
Using a small to medium-sized star like our own sun as a reference, Solaris should weigh nearly 2 octillion tons. Over 300,000 times heavier than Earth.
So, pretty tough to bench press. But how about the time he was fighting some rabbits, and then he got so face-meltingly angry that he just straight up ate a city, all at once?
Yeah, Lobo is like one of those characters that like they'll make him do anything because it's funny. Whereas Ghost Rider is one of those characters where you'll make him do anything because you can just say he's that powerful. But even then, it looks like Lobo's more powerful.
By my calculations, that compressed ball should be over 20 times denser than a
neutron. So I'm gonna back up a little bit because I didn't really catch what they were saying.
All at once. Disclaimer: don't eat away your feelings. It's not healthy.
Yeah, please
drink
don't
them away
do that.
instead.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that either.
That is trillions of tons of steel and rubble condensed into a sphere smaller than the palm of his hand. By my calculations, that compressed ball should be over 20 times denser than a neutron star.
Wow.
Oh, God, imagine that coming out.
This unimaginable strength lets him brawl with the likes of Superman. But that's barely scratching the surface.
Name anybody in DC Comics, and it's likely Lobo's kicked their ass. He can even punch ghosts. Sounds like the only thing that can kill this guy is an act of God.
Not even that. After rampaging through heaven and hell, tearing through armies of angels, demons, and what have you, Lobo's bloodlust on a literally biblical scale got him banned from the afterlife. As in, Death was told that Lobo's soul was not to be collected.
So he just can't die now?
Okay.
Not in the traditional...
Hang on, I'm gonna say this because I don't want to, like, mix anything. You know, I don't want to miss anything before, you know, I hear them talk. They said that it's not to be collected. But then in the thing, though, it said untouchable. If the exact phrasing of, like, what this is that it's not to be collected, then I think Ghost Rider's Pen and Stare could still work because it wouldn't be collected from either heaven or hell, but it could still be affected. But if you're saying untouchable... But then again, I think that's in the context of heaven and hell. Okay.
He's had his head disintegrated.
So what I'm trying to say is that I still think that it could work.
Turned into a spirit that just kept on fighting until he got his body back.
The only thing that has ever really
I want to hear that. That actually sounded really cool.
Not in the traditional sense. He's had his head disintegrated, been reduced to a skeleton, even been turned into a spirit that just kept on fighting until he got his body back.
Got it.
The only thing that has ever really held the big lug back is his weirdly consistent integrity. Namely, he'll always keep his word no matter what. Seems pretty weird for a cosmic madman.
I mean, but
he also loves
respectable.
dolphins and will literally go to hell and back to protect them, so who even knows anymore?
He's not without his failures, though. His greatest of which was perhaps something entirely out of his control. His reboot.
What the hell is that scrawny, emo, Edward Cullen-ass looking
I don't like that at all.
That's New 52 Lobo. A serious, tortured, modern interpretation. Everything that Lobo was meant to be a parody of.
Thankfully, someone at DC developed a sense of irony and literally shelved this loser.
The real Lobo returned better than ever and got back to doing what he does best.
Great.
Kicking ass across the universe. He's not just some two-bit alien villain. He's the main man, and the whole universe knows it.
See,
awesome.
Someone's paid me a heap of
I
cash
still
for
love
your
Lobo.
carcass, and the main man,
but he is very much a parody. Like, he's a joke. But just like how the Squirrel Girl or whatever,
and we've run the data
you know, you can have jokes interact with the regular people and... Oh my god, okay, I'm so sorry, one sec.
This delicious food
sorry.
deal.
The worst part about it is that they're all, like, unskippable.
By now, you've
but this ad is very much skippable.
You guys really beyond.
Okay, I just don't want to overshoot.
Now.
Okay, we're good. For a death battle! And paused. Okay. I'm still very much thinking that Ghost Rider is gonna win, mainly because they didn't really tell me anything that I didn't already know, I feel. First of all, I will give Lobo some props, though. I do feel that Lobo in general is the more powerful character. While I don't necessarily think that 200,000 tons is the upper limit of Ghost Rider's strength, simply because, he's been able to defeat characters like Hulk before, or at least stand up to characters like Hulk before. Being able to, like, pull 2 octillion tons is something I think a little above Ghost Rider's pay grade. And then there's the fact that, he can outrace, like, I think something 500,000 times faster than light, the Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. But, if, oh crap, there was something that Lobo did on his motorcycle that I think was more... Oh, no, it wasn't his motorcycle. He was able to, trip up the Flash by doing enough, like, math in his head. So I think that makes his reaction speed probably better than Ghost Rider's. Although Ghost Rider's motorcycle might actually be faster than Lobo's, though I'm not 100% sure about that. And when it comes to his durability, it looks like Lobo probably has a better healing factor. Again, though, that's physical durability, not anything else, like mental durability or anything. But regardless, what I'm trying to say is that if this was like a regular fight, just like a fight to see who would beat down or knock him, maybe not even knock out, but just like beat down the other one more easily, then I think Lobo would win. I think he's just more powerful because that's who he's meant to be. He's meant to be the parody character that could like take down anybody if the writers, decided it. Regardless though, I think that really he's the only one that can die here. Again, in the context of heaven and hell, his soul might be untouchable. But I believe, again, with Ghost Rider's penance stare, it provides no afterlife. You're basically just unmade. So I think that that's really the only way this could work out, because I don't think Lobo has any holy weapons. They didn't bring any of that up. And they briefly went over at the very end of Ghost Rider's analysis that, he could be still killed by holy weapons. And they almost make it sound like holy weapons aren't the only thing that can kill him, but I'm pretty sure they are, unless I'm really misinterpreting something. It's going to be really embarrassing if I am. Regardless, though, I believe that Ghost Rider is going to win. I think that Lobo is more impressive when it comes to the physical stuff, but I think Ghost Rider could still hold his ground with that stuff long enough for him to be able to use the penance stare or, the hellfire or whatever to burn the soul of Lobo. And I know that there were exceptions and, Lobo has a lot of willpower, but ultimately I still think that's the only way either could kill the other. And I don't really think there's enough concrete evidence that would explicitly state that, his soul is completely untouchable, whether it comes to the afterlife or not. So, yes, I do think that Ghost Rider is going to win. If I'm wrong, that's great. I just really hope they have a good explanation for it. So, that's it. Let's just get into it. I'm really excited. Also, I still really hope you're able to hear this okay. If not, this is a pretty dumb reaction.
What the frag?
No, you'll still hear me. So there's Ghost Rider. I'm still rooting for Ghost Rider, because I want to be right and I like him a little more.
Lobo of Zarnia, your sins are innumerable.
Yes, they are. Oh, jeez. Okay, so they do have voice actors. Yeah, that's not going out that quickly. Although that was impressive he was able to do that. But now Ghost Rider knows that there's no messing around. This is just spray animation, but it's really good so far. I didn't even really talk about their versatility or anything, but again, I really don't feel like I need to. Okay, that's really cool. Their chains going at it. Oh, but he has unlimited chains. And I'm sure that would still hurt. Says you. Oh, he's going for it already. Oh, ow! Jeez. It just came from the sky. Okay, that fire effect is really cool. Like, almost like the animation. Like the, hand-drawn animation, almost, I think. So now they're in the city. Come on, Ghost Rider. You got this. Oh, I heard that. I heard that the choke. Oh, that was a nice shot. Okay, but he's almost like tried to use... Oh, he's gonna condense it. Like, he's tried to use Hellfire, and he's tried to use... Did he just eat Ghost Rider? Oh my god. So he came out, but I don't think that's enough to take down Lobo.
Not yet, scuzzball.
Yeah. Oh, ow. Because he's already tried to use Hellfire. And everything. Oh, God. Oh, Zarathos, yes! I'm actually not surprised it would come down to this. I feel like it would. Bastards, sorry. Come on, Ghost Rider! Oh. Oh boy.
Holy fraggaroli. I definitely ain't picking up that bounty now.
Oh!
Your sins are innumerable.
Come on, Ghost Rider!
To wreak vengeance upon your soul. No.
Come on! Yes! That's it, right? Yes!
Damn, that was
okay,
toasty.
thank goodness.
Wonder what Ghost Lobo tastes like.
Being so
I'm really happy
absurdly
Ghost Rider
powerful,
wanted to
Lobo
compare.
definitely held a massive physical advantage against the Ghost
Yes.
Rider.
Yeah, that was obvious. Skullhead took down a skyscraper while Lobo dragged around a freaking sun.
Yeah.
But Ghost Rider survived some pretty incredible things. Almost as incredible as these new shirts from store.roosterdate.com.
Time and place, Boomstick.
Yes, thank
come on,
you,
we
Wiz.
gotta eat.
Even World War Hulk couldn't finish him off, and
Yeah.
Lobo didn't typically carry any holy weapons, which meant he really did not have a good way of killing
Exactly.
the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, but who needs holy weapons when you're strong enough to crush a whole city? Couldn't he just overpower Johnny?
A good question. However,
Not
do you
really.
recall how powerful Zarathos was? Zarathos was an equal threat to Mephisto,
Yeah.
whose battles tore apart the universe. Once the Ghost Rider released his true power, Lobo's physical advantages hardly mattered anymore.
But
Yeah.
hey, the main man was super smart and probably could have figured out Johnny's weaknesses. But how is he gonna escape to find a holy weapon somewhere when the Hell Cycle outraced Mjolnir?
Which once
Right.
crossed the Milky Way and back in under a minute. A feat more than 100 billion times faster than
100
light.
billion
More than
times.
capable of keeping up with the Space Hulk.
Yeah.
They were both as unkillable as you can get. But since Lobo was banned from the afterlife, how could he ever lose?
This is where the fine print matters.
Yes.
Death was banned from reaping Lobo's soul, but that doesn't mean the soul itself could not be destroyed.
Exactly.
This is where our research surprised us the most. It turns out the Ghost Rider had 3 different methods of specifically targeting Lobo's soul.
Okay.
His Hellfire could hurt the soul directly, and since it ignores normal defenses, Lobo couldn't really stop it.
With trillions of murders on Lobo's hands, the Penance Stare could wield extraordinary power against him.
Yes.
And while Lobo had a high pain tolerance, he did not enjoy fatalistic agony and unending torture so much that he'd survive all of that at once.
Even if he did,
Yeah.
Zarathos could just gobble up his soul for a quick snack. The end. Easy as that.
Lobo was
Right.
undeniably a difficult opponent to take on, but the Ghost Rider's cosmic might, unholy invulnerability, and soul-rending powers gave him the perfect tools to take out the main
Exactly.
man.
That poor bastard didn't stand a ghost of a chance. Sorry, I knew that was a Lobo.
Oh.
The winner
I was like,
is
that's actually
Ghost
good,
Rider.
but then he said that last one. Okay, claps for Ghost
Thanks for watching
Rider.
this
That was
episode. If
that
you
was
want battle
good.
music for
I
yourself,
like that
you
a
can click
lot.
the link down below.
Also, if you like animated content, check out the new Rooster Teeth
Oh,
animation
new
channel.
DBX,
Just
that's
click
cool.
that box right over there.
Venom vs.
Great
Spawn.
stuff.
All right, who's next? Oh wait, no, I know who's next. Because like everyone knows this. I think it's been like, yeah, Dragon Zord versus Mechagodzilla. I think it's just like common knowledge at this point that everyone knows, or at least some people know. I remember reading some comments before the death battle came out. This one, I mean, and they were even just talking about Dragon Zord versus Mechagodzilla is next, and I'm like, do you really know that? And then I saw it on another place. I'm like, oh wow, okay. And then I heard that they confirmed it. So. Yeah, sorry. What am I saying? I know that it's Dragon Zord versus Mechagodzilla. Don't really have much to say about that one. You know, it's cool. I don't really know the characters too well, or the robots, but yeah, I'm still excited for it. I'm sure I'm gonna watch it still, so excited for that. Regardless, let's talk about this battle. I really enjoyed this. I might be a little biased because I'm happy that I was correct in my prediction, because I like it when I get a correct prediction. And yeah, they basically went over everything I went over, that, you know, Lobo didn't have any holy weapons, and that, Lobo's soul could still be touched, you know, like, even if it wasn't about heaven and hell, and it doesn't actually send you to heaven and hell, it just, again, it unmakes you. So I'm really happy that they talked about that. And then they even just talked about some stuff that I didn't really know. Like, they talked about 3 different methods of killing, and, you know, gobbling up the soul. I think I did know that he eats souls, but I wasn't sure if it was just as simple as that. Maybe it was. And then they did go over some other stuff about, like, the speed and the physical advantages and how that would change. But again, I don't really think it mattered too much. When it comes to a death battle, all that really matters is that Ghost Rider was able to keep up, and he clearly was, and especially when he turned to Zarathos. I mean, like, yeah, he was definitely able to keep up then, at least. But yeah, overall, the animation was really nice. I liked how they had like different angles and different like styles of like the fire was really cool to see. Again, I wish it was a little longer, but overall, I don't really have a huge problem with that because like I was so confused about who had the upper hand at certain points that it was like it actually felt longer than I think it was. So that was really cool. Then at one point I actually thought that Lobo had won. Like I'm like, did he actually kill Ghost Rider when his afterlife thing is there? I thought that's how they were gonna end it. That like the ghost Lobo was just gonna fly away and then it was gonna be KO. But no, Ghost Rider is not able to be taken down like that. And even though I knew that, wholeheartedly I knew that, I was like, did something just happen that I missed? But yeah, overall, the animation was really nice. I would definitely watch that battle again. I watch most death battles more than once, but I would definitely watch this one again. When it comes to the analyses, they were pretty good. They were really informative. They gave a lot of feats about different stats, which again didn't really matter too much, but when it comes to death battle, you're going to want to do that no matter what. So that's really cool. Overall, I thought it was pretty funny. I've had funnier death battles before. Maybe it was because I was talking too much or I've had this on a lower volume, so I wasn't able to hear everything. I didn't find it quite as funny as some of the other death battles earlier this season, but I still thought it was pretty funny. The jokes that I did hear, I quite liked a lot, except for, that was a Lobo. Oh my god, I hate that one so much. But overall, yeah, this was a really good episode, really informative. Again, I like both of the characters, so I did know some of the stuff, but there were also a lot of stuff that I didn't know. I liked a lot of the clips that they used, how they kept using that, was that like an Adult Swim thing? Like how Lobo keeps coming back or something? It looks like something they would do. I don't know, but overall, I thought the everything was good. I don't really have too many complaints about this, again, because I don't know too much about the character, so I'm not sure if they made a research error or anything like that. Overall, though, everything quite checks out, and I'm really happy I got a lot of my stuff and my prediction correct. I can't really complain about that at all. So overall, I'm really pleased with this battle, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Who you think should have won? Tell me down below in the comments because I'd really like to know. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a huge like. I always appreciate the likes. Leave a comment down below what you thought of it, what you thought of the video, what you thought of the reaction, anything like that. Also, link in the description of the original video. Make sure you go check it out because this is just a reaction. And if you guys could subscribe to my channel, that'd be so great. That would really help my channel out. But, no matter what, your view is plenty of contributions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And that's it for me. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.